Welcome to Real Crime Cases. Today we unveil a shocking story of jealousy and violence. The sheriff's wife, consumed by jealousy, decides to take justice into her own hands and brutally murders a teenage girl upon discovering she is pregnant by her husband. Join us as we delve into the disturbing details of this tragic case and explore the deadly consequences of betrayal and rage. Chloe Harper, an 18-year-old with big dreams and a kind heart, was a recent high school graduate from a small town in North Carolina, known for her bubbly personality and gentle nature. Chloe worked during the summer at the local Dollar Tree, saving money to move to Raleigh, where she planned to enroll in nursing school, inspired to make a difference in others' lives following her single mother's passing from cancer. Despite her youth, Chloe showed uncommon maturity and took on a caretaker role for her younger siblings, Sophia and Ethan, protecting them, helping with homework, or treating them to ice cream at the local Dairy Queen. Chloe's life took an unexpected turn when she met Sheriff Jack Peterson, a well-respected law officer in Rayford. They met at a local community event, where Jack, known for his charisma and kindness, struck up a conversation with Chloe. What began as friendly chats quickly evolved into a secret relationship. Jack, 45 and married, had a way of making Chloe feel special and noticed like no one else had before. For a young woman who felt trapped in small-town life, the sheriff's attention felt exciting and different. Their relationship grew in secrecy with stolen kisses and hidden encounters. For Chloe, these moments with Jack were like glimpses of a different world, one she both desired and feared. She knew the romance was risky, but the sheriff's attention and the thrill of it all made it hard to resist. In early July 2017, Chloe discovered she was pregnant. The news shook her, bringing emotions of both excitement and fear. She shared her secret only with her closest friends, telling them she wasn't sure what to do but felt Jack had to know. Chloe was torn. She worried about Jack's reaction, her family, and the scandal that could arise in a town where everyone knew each other. Still, she felt her future might be tied to this baby and hoped Jack would be willing to be part of it. Days before her death, Chloe confided in friends that she planned to confront Jack about the pregnancy, hoping he would support her and that they could somehow move forward together. However, she was nervous, sensing her life might change drastically depending on his response. This was a time of deep uncertainty for Chloe, marked by both hopeful dreams and intense fears. The young woman who once dreamed only of Raleigh and a nursing career now saw her life taking a different, unexpected path, one that would tragically end in her death. On July 17, 2017, around 7:30 a.m., Chloe's younger sister, 15-year-old Sophia Harper, discovered Chloe's body in the woods behind their home in Rayford. The family's modest home bordered a wooded area where Chloe and her siblings used to play as children. That morning, Sophia went to look for Chloe, who hadn't returned the previous night. She first noticed broken branches and disturbed soil leading into the trees, which increased her curiosity and fear. As she ventured into the woods, she saw her sister's body on the ground, bruised and lifeless. Chloe lay naked with cuts and bruises covering her skin. Shocked, Sophia froze, processing the horrific scene before she could fully comprehend what had happened. After moments of silent disbelief, she ran back to the house and called 911, her hands shaking as she dialed, barely able to convey what she'd seen. When paramedics and police arrived, Sophia was sitting on the house's steps, pale and visibly shaken, wrapped in a blanket given to her by a neighbor who'd heard the commotion. The scene quickly became chaotic, with first responders securing the area while other family members remained in shock and neighbors began to gather, murmuring about the tragic news. Some mentioned seeing Chloe only a day or two prior, smiling and laughing. Chloe's body was officially identified at the scene, and her death sent a wave of grief and fear through Rayford as her body was taken for autopsy. Sophia and her family were left in disbelief, struggling to comprehend the brutality of what had happened to their daughter and sister. Chloe's tragic death quickly became the town's main topic of conversation, especially as it became known that the investigation involved well-known people. Local media, such as the Rayford Observer, covered the story as the community mourned the loss of a young woman with a promising future. Police arrived on the scene shortly after 8 a.m. on July the 17th, 2017. Officers from the Rayford Police Department, led by Detective Samantha Lewis, a seasoned investigator known for her calm and meticulous approach, secured the area where Chloe's body was found. The scene was deeply disturbing. Chloe's body lay in a small clearing in the woods behind her family's home, marked by bruises, cuts, and signs of a brutal beating. She had been stripped of her clothes, with dirt and leaves scattered around her as if there had been a struggle. There were bloodstains on nearby rocks and roots, painting a clear picture of the violence she had endured. As investigators examined the scene, they found clues hinting at a larger story. Among some nearby rocks was a discarded police siren and a burned spoon, which Detective Lewis recognized as drug paraphernalia. Although Chloe was not known to use drugs, this evidence raised questions about what she might have been involved in, or who else might have been present that night. Upon examining Chloe's body at the scene, the coroner noticed slight swelling in her abdomen, which led to a quick review and a preliminary conclusion that she was in the early stages of pregnancy. This discovery surprised investigators, adding an unexpected layer to the case. Rumors had already started circulating about recent changes in Chloe's behavior, and now the police had to consider whether her pregnancy could be a motive. Police were stunned when a paternity test later confirmed that the father was Sheriff Jack Peterson. Detective Lewis, along with her young partner, Officer David Thompson, known for his sharp instincts and questionable habits, took note of each piece of evidence, knowing that the case would require careful handling due to the sensitive details. As she reviewed the scene, Detective Lewis felt the weight of what this crime could reveal in a tight-knit town like Rayford, especially with Chloe's secret pregnancy and the sheriff's implication. The police collected blood samples and drug paraphernalia as evidence, determined to trace every possible lead. With the community watching closely, they knew they needed answers. And quickly. During their investigation, police focused their attention on Sheriff Jack Peterson, a well-known figure in Rayford with an established reputation as a community leader. Peterson, 45, had held his post for over a decade and was respected by many for his affable character and quick wit. But when questioned about Chloe Harper, Peterson showed signs of discomfort, revealing a more complicated side to his character. Under interrogation, Sheriff Peterson reluctantly confessed that he and Chloe had started a sexual relationship months ago. According to him, they met during one of his patrol rounds when he stopped by the Dollar Tree where Chloe worked. Initially, he told police he had been tempted by her physical attractiveness after helping her with minor favors, such as giving her rides or offering career advice. However, as the interrogation continued, Peterson confessed the relationship had turned romantic and then physical, describing it as a regrettable lapse in judgment. He also admitted that a few days before her death, Chloe had told him she was pregnant. Peterson claimed he was taken aback by the news and, though not excited about the pregnancy, told police he was willing to support her financially. However, as they delved into Peterson's background, detectives uncovered troubling information about his past, revealing a pattern. Reviewing Peterson's records, police found a series of secret payments made to various women over the years using police funds. He had made discreet payments to at least 5 women with whom he allegedly had sexual relationships, resulting in pregnancies. These payments, labeled as miscellaneous expenses, appeared sporadically in police budgets and weren't tied to specific accounts. The transactions raised suspicions among investigators, who quickly realized Peterson had been hiding these relationships to protect his reputation. Peterson's history revealed a pattern of seducing young women, often vulnerable or in need of guidance like Chloe, and then bribing them to keep the relationship secret. His confession shocked investigators and heightened their suspicions that Peterson might be more deeply involved in Chloe's death than he was willing to admit. Peterson's evasive answers and casual attitude towards these revelations led Detective Samantha Lewis and her team to press him further, suspecting that he might have had more to lose if Chloe's pregnancy became public knowledge. The police began considering whether Peterson's actions went beyond hidden relationships and payments, wondering if his desire to protect his career and perhaps his marriage was strong enough to lead him to drastic measures. Laura Peterson, the sheriff's wife and a well-known figure in Rayford's social scene, was quickly called in for questioning. A housewife known for her sharp tongue and high standards, 42-year-old Laura had been an active force in her husband's life and career. However, as police delved into her background, they began to perceive a different side to Laura, one marked by resentment, suspicion, and bitterness over her marriage. During her interview, Laura didn't hold back, telling investigators she had suspected her husband's infidelities for years. She mentioned strange stains she had found on the bedsheets and rumors she had heard from townspeople, though she had chosen to ignore them. Laura explained that she had often set aside these suspicions thanks for tuning in to our channel. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more gripping true crime tales and updates. Your support helps us bring you more content like this. Join our community and stay connected.